Hey guys, I was going to do a video on this thing, the Eye of God, but I can't figure out how to get it open. I tweeted this a little bit ago as a little bit of a teaser, and yes, I'm Uniservo on Twitter. And I thought, oh, great, there's some interest. I'm going to do a video, and I can't get the thing open. It is insane. And I really don't want to ape on it too much because this is a germanium window, and this whole lens thing is germanium actually. And I don't really want to break it. So we're going to shove it out of the way. Make sure it doesn't roll away because we are going to look at this guy. There we go. I also featured this in a previous video, my fire inspection panic video. And yeah, incidentally, I will be doing a state of the station video, maybe even tomorrow, which I discuss the results of the fire inspection. Oh boy. Anyway, this was in that video, and I kind of teased it a little bit. Well, enough of you want to see what this is, so I'm going to do a partial teardown of this. It is an A24G Air Data Computer. It's essentially the brain of a Phantom II fighter. Phantom II, of course, was a very famous fighter, mid-60s design, well, maybe early 60s design that I think they were starting to fly in the late 60s. And very good airplane, huge for a fighter. And I think they finally went out of service in Japan. They haven't been in U.S. service for a while, except for maybe target drones. But they're, I think the very last of them finally got out of service. Good airplane, very versatile, and they made a zillion of them. So, yeah. This is the brain of one, the A24G Flight Computer, and it is an electromechanical analog computer. And let's bring it up here. Oh, it's nice and solid, isn't it? And as you can see, it sort of fits into a rack. And we have a bunch of modules. Now, well, I know what this thing does. It flies the airplane. Otherwise, the airplane crashes. This was the early days of, I don't want to say intelligence in the aircraft, because this is just an analog computer. But the airframes were getting complex enough that the pilot alone couldn't really fly the aircraft. You needed some sort of computer to help fly the airplane. You know, some of the modern jets are in fact completely unstable and will just go out of control if they don't have their computer working. A pilot can't fly those unless it has a computer. Well, the Phantom II was sort of getting towards the early stages of that. You kind of needed this computer to help fly the airplane. But it is an analog computer, and we're going to do a partial takedown of this. I've already started loosening some screws and such like that, you can see, just to speed things up. I'm not going to take the entire thing down because this is a very complicated unit. But you can see it fits into a rack, and see the connections on the back. I don't have the rack. I don't have the manual either. I actually have the manual for the earlier version of this, which is completely different. And if you look on this thing, and that lovely sound of me scraping it over the table here, F4JS only. Yeah, it's they made a whole bunch of different models of the Phantoms, and those were some of the mid to later models, I think. earlier ones had an earlier computer, which was very much different. I have the manual for that. I do not have the manual for this. Not like that would help much, like if I could get this thing going. But let's start taking pieces off. Now, you can kind of guess here that it is electromechanical, I do know that. And in the back, it looks like some, well, purely electronic modules, probably amplifiers and such like that. But these round bits here really kind of look like there's something turning inside. And we do have this hatch on top, which I shall take off. And I had a fight with some of these screws before. And sure enough, you can see we've got all sorts of things happening in there, gears and stuff. And yes, it does link the modules together. Like this one here, well, it's round. I gotta wonder if that's some sort of motor involved with this. Yeah, it's we're getting into sort of magic territory here as far as I'm concerned. There's some of these analog computers are just who knows what's going on. But let's see if we can take off some of these screws here, because this seems to be a cover. Is that a Phillips? Gee, works great if you use the right tool. Oh, I just dropped the microphone. So yes, use the right tool for the job. I have not opened all these modules, by the way. Oh, this is interesting. We've got a bunch of gears and cams. Okay, there's just not enough slop that I can actually turn anything, but look at, you can see some of those cams are interesting shapes. I have no idea what those do. But you can also see here, these things here are, let's use a pointer. Apparently wipers, as if these are potentiometers or rheostats or something like that. Probably precision resistances. And like I said, I can't, there's just not enough slack or slop. Or I don't know, this thing may just be locked up. It may just be seized up. Who knows? But yeah, let's open some of these other things up here. Zoom out a little bit there. Okay. Just for fun, I'm actually going to... Oh no, he's clipping the wires. These are safety wires. And the idea is to keep people from doing this. I don't think I want to clip all the wires and take the entire thing apart, because I'm actually going to get rid of this. And whoever is going to be the new owner, give them some of the thrill of finding out what's underneath some of these covers here. So like I said, that's why this is a partial teardown, sorry, not takedown. So yeah, God knows when the last person was inside this particular module, so premiere. First time on YouTube, tearing down an A24G. All right, come on, you. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, well, we can see we've got sure enough, there's some motory bits in there. Looks like synchros, some electronics. Get that centered a little bit there. And everything is a something A24G. This actually reminds me, I actually had some of these pieces parts from long ago, because I used to love to buy those 50-pound boxes of junk that Fair Radio Sales used to sell. I think they actually do sell them, but I don't know if they're as interesting as the ones from 30 years ago. But I do remember getting some modules with gears and stuff, and they all said A24G, and I had no idea what those were for. And then about 5 years ago, I came across this thing, doing a clean out, and hey, A24G, that sounds real familiar. So yeah, just a little bit of a surprise there. But here, let's see what these electronic modules in the back do. I'm kind of assuming so, because you can kind of see through the louvers, or not louvers, but the perforations. But you can see everything is designed to kind of just pop out. And yep, if you can see in there, just a bunch of electronics. We got a D-shell connector. And yeah, the military loved D-shell connectors. So it's not just a mini computer, microcomputer thing. The military just loved D-shells. And it's, I guess, a DA-15 there. But yeah, who knows what this is? It's, it could be synchro amps, servo amps. I don't know. But I don't know if the other ones are any different. Not too different. So you can see a bunch of not terribly useful information there. Another thing we're going to get into on this is, let's take the bottom off. And yeah, I'm going to have to put this all back together at some point. Yeah, this thing is, even though it's aluminum, it's pretty heavy. So I actually didn't open this all the way. I just took most of the screws off just to make sure I wouldn't have a stuck panel or anything like that. Come on, there we go. All right, the big reveal, the underside. All right, well, this is interesting. There must be, this must go to some of the sensors, because that looks an awful lot like pneumatic-y type stuff. Maybe some of it goes to the pitot tube and other actual air-based systems. See, we've got some precision pots here, more synchros, more D-shells. Looks like power supply stuff down there, maybe. No idea what this is. Do not apply external load to this case. Well, okay. Yeah, I wish I had a manual, because yeah, this just gets into made out of magic territory. Hey, if any of you guys have a manual, I wouldn't mind taking a look at it or something like that. However, like I said, I'm not going to keep this. I need to get rid of stuff. So this will be marketed at some point. Using the usual places. Yeah, just go look for it. Oh, I just noticed this little green tag here. Maybe you can see it here. AireSearch. Garrett Corporation. I wonder if they're the people that made this. Perhaps. the whole unit here, as you can see, is a CPK-91. CP was computer. A24G is the whole system. And so everything in here is an A24G something or another. But the whole unit here is the CPK. Other things are something, whatever. It should be noted that this does not fall under the so-called AN system, JetDS, which is usually used for electronics and radios and radars and things. This is a different Air Force system, a different nomenclature system the Air Force used. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So yeah. Gosh, I don't know how much this thing cost originally, but I bet you it was a boatload. But then again, the whole airplane was, cripes, that may have been the most expensive fighter at the time, because the Phantom II was a very advanced aircraft for the day, and had all sorts of stuff, including the weird Eye of God thing that showed up in the beginning of the video. Oh, if I can ever figure out how to get the lens off, I will. I'll make a video on that. These two things are somewhat related, but yeah, the Phantom Phantom II had a wonderful radar, very advanced at the time, search and track, had this incredibly complicated flight computer. Yeah, it was, I believe they even had a crypto system involved inside the aircraft for the radio. Extremely advanced piece of equipment. And yeah, this was part of it, and it's pretty neat. Yeah, well, it's like I said, I'm not going to do a total teardown of this. For one, I think it's just going to be a lot more gears and stuff and pipes, apparently. That, yeah, I don't know what really is going on. Like, I don't know what this particular synchro and servo mechanism is all about. Once again, it'd be nice if I could turn stuff because you can see everything go, but no such luck. Yeah, I don't know what these pots are for, or computing something or another. I don't know. If I had the manual, maybe I'd know. All right, well, I hope you like this kind of ad hoc video featuring the A24G Flight Computer here. And I know some of you guys were looking for this after my fire inspection video. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. And hey, leave a like, maybe subscribe. My next video is going to be, I think, my State of the Station video, because I will have some important news to bring out. And yeah, I will continue making videos. Hey, leave a like if you like this. Leave a comment. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.